But we're going to start. Tonight's program on a somber note because this afternoon we learned that George Wendt, the great sitcom actor who played Norm Peterson on Cheers, if you see it in my headline, it says R.I.P. Norm. Rest in peace, Norm Peterson.
Yeah.
George Wendt passed away at the age of 76. Was most notably played Norm Peterson on the great sitcom Cheers. Was a part of my Thursday nights growing up, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Back in the day, NBC had the great sitcoms on Thursday night. Always the Cosby Show, Different World, Cheers. I think Frasier after Cheers, and then Frasier joined the Thursday night lineup. Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld was Thursday nights. Yeah.
Thursday nights, must see TV, NBC. All the sitcoms, all the great sitcoms that came in the 1980s and 1990s on NBC. Cheers was part of that lineup. And yes, Mr. Wilson, gone way too soon. Yes, passed away at 76 years old. George Wendt. And we're kind of making it a mini happy hour tonight on No Credentials Required because I wanted to have a beer. I wanted to toast Mr. Wendt. I had myself I had Treehouse last time on our happy hour on Friday. Of course, I'm gonna have Treehouse again, the Pizzeria Pills, because on that show, if you noticed on Cheers, they would always drink like a lager or a Pilsner beer. And if I remember the trick that they had was that all the beers were that they put salt in them to kind of I don't know if they tried to make them not. They tried to make them not drink as much beer as you usually should at a bar. So what they do is they put salt in the beer, so it gets salty. So they only take little sips instead of just big chugs. So that's what they usually drank on Cheers. And Norm had his corner seat at the bar, had his corner stool. Always sat with Cliff Clavin, and a little bit later, I think it was. I can't remember his name. He was the guy, Paul Wilson. He was the guy who always got left out of everything or would date complete dimes, and he was this dumpy, frumpy dude. And Rhea Perlman's father was on that show. He was the gentleman in the back. He was the elderly gentleman in the back. If you saw him in the background, he was an extra, but occasionally he would have lines. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I mean, he was in other sitcoms too. I know he was on a show on Fox Nation with John Ratzenberger and I want to say Jim Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. I can't remember the name of the show because it was behind a paywall.
Oh, okay.
He was on a show with them. So, but I'm looking up George Wendt's credits on IMDb. But he was super fans on Saturday Night Live. One of the super fans.
Oh yeah, that's
SNL.
Right. That's
Bob Swirsky. Look at the Bob Swirsky's super fans.
He was also on Seinfeld. He did a guest spot on there as himself, if memory serves. Because George has this thing with George Wendt. My Seinfeld knowledge still good, but it's not like encyclopedic like it used to be. But he was on that, and he also was on, I believe, if memory serves. Now, I might be wrong about that, but I thought he was on an episode of Matlock again as himself. Because there was like this guest star episode with like Jason Bateman and all these people because a fictional producer was killed on Matlock, and old Benjamin Matlock had to figure out who done it. So
yeah, he's been on other shows. He was on the Goldbergs for an episode. He was on Hot in Cleveland, which was a Nick at Night staple for very long time. He was also a voice on Family Guy as Norm Peterson.
Okay.
Trying to think of what other shows, notable shows that he was on. Of course, Bob Swirsky's. He was Bob Swirsky on Saturday Night Live, part of the super fans. But yes, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. He was on that show. He made an appearance on Frasier.
Okay,
in 2002. Yep.
What about was he on Curb ever? Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm not sure.
No, he was not.
Okay, all right.
But he was also the star of the short-lived series, the George Wendt Show as George Coleman.
Oh, okay.
6 episodes.
All right. I don't remember that one, but I didn't watch Cheers as much as you did, Ryan, because you're just a touch older than me. But I'll tell you who loved Cheers. My father.
Yeah.
I think if you asked my father, he probably can't say as much now for reasons. But if you had asked him a few short years ago, Dad, what's your favorite TV show? He would either say Taxi, Cheers, or MASH. I'm pretty confident, and I think Taxi and Cheers would duke it out.
Yep.
Cheers made my father laugh like few shows could. That's what I remember. And to this day, greatest theme song. And I don't know about you, Ryan, but I feel like everybody wanted to go to a bar like the bar in Cheers, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, we're paying tribute to George Wendt with a beer for ourselves. Dustin, I know you got your beer.
I do.
I thought when you started sipping out of it, I thought it was an actual can of Schlitz. I'm like, wow, you're going old school.
Yeah. It is not. It is. If you watch the happy hour episode or listen to the happy hour episode, it is another can of the Planet 4 red ale, but I poured it in the old Schlitz glass because it felt right. It felt right to tribute Mr. Wendt himself. And Ryan, this one surprised me because George Wendt always kind of, he didn't really age that much. I remember him looking the same as he did when we were younger. And as a result of that, I think he's just one of those people you thought would be around forever.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's to you, Mr. Wendt. Thank you. We'll see you in the big bar stool in the sky. All right. Got some more comments in the comments section. People are paying tribute to George Wendt. D's Ray Sunshine saying, rest in peace, Norm. She also says, where everybody knows your name. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, there are memorable sitcom theme songs, but Cheers stands out.
Yes,
everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
Yes, it does. As far as instrumentals, I give the edge to the Rockford Files. But for songs with lyrics, Cheers, man. Cheers it's so good.
I mean, the theme from Friends rivals it. And I don't know if you ever saw the show with Chris Elliott. It was in the 90s. I watched it as a sophomore in high school called Get a Life. The theme song was Stand by REM.
All right. That because I like REM, so that might take the crown, but I am not giving the crown to the Rembrandts. I'm sorry, Friends fans. I'm sorry.
And of course, The Simpsons, which is a great instrumental too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's awesome. But I'm serious. Rockford Files. If you haven't listened to the theme in a while, go check it out. It's a banger.
Hey, Doctor Who theme, man, is a banger too.
All right. I'll give you that one.
Mr. Kevin Wilson saying, I can participate this time. How about a Blue Moon?
Drop an orange slice in there, Kevin. Get after it.
It's all right. The pink can of Sapna has shown up in the comments. Sports ball! And Sick Diggy joining us from Norway. Rest in peace, George Wendt. Absolutely. So we figured we start the show off with the tribute to an actor who, yes, has left us sooner than we thought he would. I was thinking about him the other day too. I'm like, man, I haven't seen him in anything in a while. So, but I guess I was looking at his IMDb credits, and he did some voiceovers on some podcasts. I'll have to check those out.
Oh.